Excited to talk to you today. We'll be looking at literally outrunning old age, and we're going to hear much about the juicer. And of course, Jack's going to tell us how to apply techniques and trimnastics literally to extend our lives and outrun old age.
You know what some of the top doctors, you know what they're saying now, the top medical men, they're saying that running is a fabulous exercise. It's really help you can outrun old age. But I know you look kind of silly, getting out there in the morning, running around the block. Your neighbors say, hey, boy, she's flipped. But you can get the same benefit right where you are. We're going to run right there now. Come on. For you sitters, please try this one. Too many sitters yet. Boy, put the cigarettes and coffee down. You can take care of the dope later. Come on, little running, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Tell me in. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, just 1 foot. Try this. 2, 3. Other foot. Hey, as long as we're doing this jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And rest. 1, 2. You've improved 100%. Keep it up. Inhale. Blow it out. Again, inhale big.
I had the pleasure of going around Ann Arbor, Michigan with John LaLanne, famous son of the incredible Jack LaLanne. They have an incredible family. He has a daughter and another son, Dan LaLanne. And of course, no one I know is like at the incredible height of longevity and fitness as Elaine LaLanne. She is just a symbol of longevity. I believe she's 99. I think in March, maybe she turns 100. So what an incredible woman. And she keeps a schedule, and she works out, I believe, every day. Don't try to keep up with her, okay? So anyways, I met with John. We went around Ann Arbor, but he shared some things. He wanted to see the big house, the U of M stadium, and we had a great time. This was years back. But part of it was he shared with me, they grew up with a commercial blender at home. So, I mean, that was their lifestyle. They lived kind of Beverly Hills, 90210 area. It's like they had friends, Vincent Price's daughter, Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. These were friends of his growing up. Kelly Slater, famous surfing guy. John is a famous surfing guy. John's a surfing inventor, an innovator, and a leader in that industry. And he also skateboarded. He's an incredible skateboarder and just an athlete. John can play golf. He just, you name it, John can do it. And his dad too, baseball. So we see Jack in the fitness area, weight training, the feats he did, different, pulling the boats, the 70 boats handcuffed and on and on. But he also, athletics, they were just quite accomplished in it. And anyway, but what John shared is literally the juicer is what literally the LaLanne family established that category like no one else. I had the pleasure of meeting top people in the appliance industry. They recognized Jack LaLanne made the juicer category in that industry. So like, you see industry, categories, nowadays, let's say a convection oven, let's say an air fryer, let's say even a automated pod coffee machine. Those are categories. He made the juicer category. It was nothing before him. So, but when they grew up as kids, what they used at home before that the invention curve went on of innovating the final power juicer that, we saw sell $1 billion worth of juicers across the world, and the incredible infomercial development and media campaigns. What they grew up with was a blender. So if you can't get a hold of a juicer you're happy with, certainly you can still act like Jack LaLanne and use a juicer and juice. So here we're going to share about the power juicer history.
The Jack LaLanne Power Juicer wasn't created to be just another kitchen appliance. It was designed to be a doorway, one that opens straight into better energy, better nutrition, and better living for the everyday family. Long before juicing became popular, Jack LaLanne recognized a problem. Most people simply weren't getting the nutrients their bodies needed. Even those who tried struggled with time, convenience, and the challenge of eating enough fruits and vegetables each day. Jack believed the solution had to be simple, enjoyable, and something people could actually stick with. The goal was straightforward: build a machine that made real nutrition fast, easy, and accessible to anyone. After years of research, engineering, and Jack's relentless pursuit of quality, the Jack LaLanne Power Juicer was born. It wasn't just powerful, it was practical. Over the years, new models refined his original concept with stronger motors, better safety locks, sleeker designs, and upgraded materials. But no matter how the juicer evolved, it held on to the same core promise: real health, made simple. The Power Juicer became a staple in millions of homes because it delivered exactly what Jack envisioned: pure, fresh nutrition in its simplest, most natural form. It invited families back to fruits and vegetables. It made wellness fun, and it transformed the idea of healthy living into something practical and achievable for everyone. The Jack LaLanne Juicer wasn't just built to make juice. It was built to make healthy living possible.
So I did want to comment, though, a bit on the current situations with health insurance. And this is in a broad sense, not talking about any specific plan, so as to not be any regulation issues, but to talk about, in an educational sense, what's going on in the industry and impacting so many people. So you probably know there's veterans coverage. And I think a lot of veterans would say, hey, that has gotten better for me. That type of coverage has been, more supportive of their needs, and there's less lethargy and corruption in the system, so to speak, that gives better care to veterans. And that's what I hear. And I deal with hundreds of people in that area. Now let's go to Medicare. The Medicare people, they're doing pretty good. The premiums are going up. They were paying $185 if they had Part B this year. And this is the last month they'll pay that. Next month, I heard it's $206. And we're hearing that there's some contraction going on in the cost of prescription drugs ongoing because, of course, the disservice to Americans by charging us the bulk of R&D costs. So R&D costs are billions of dollars when they develop a drug. This was being placed disproportionately upon the American people in higher prescription meds cost. And this is supposed to be rectified. We've heard things about it. Yet to see it hit an impact, but I know it's coming. So hopefully that will help people out. But otherwise, that system is also contracted. People's benefits are less, it seems. Carriers are less generous with their benefits, and the copays are passed on more to people. And again, just talking in a general sense. A lot of people then are pressured to get like a supplement. And you'll hear that, like a Plan G scenario you'll hear of, and then get their prescription drug plan separately. And that is a solution, particularly when they first qualify for Medicare. But it could be $100, $150 a month, and then it does nothing but go up and up and up. And of course, likely in the future, that will be a more rapid ascent. We'll see. So, but that is kind of the safe ground for someone who has the money, the Medicare supplements. The Medicare, other scenario with Medicare programs, those, the network constraints and the competition that's there, people just have to look for a fit for their doctors, their meds, and then the extra benefits they get. And of course, they can. Of course, we hope they can manage the costs that are passed on to them. And then let's hit on, there are group plans. So group medical plans are out there still. And and you'll run into this: a carrier that does a lousy job on a group medical plan might do a good job on Medicare plans and might be hated because of what they do on Medicaid plans. So in a given state, the Medicaid plans are all uniform. They're all the same. And for Medicare supplements, the plans are all uniform. Plan G is a Plan G regardless of the carrier. But in the other one, the other Medicare plans, they're all different. So this is quite a challenge, which brings us to the biggest challenge facing America right now. And it's the ACA. It's been called Obamacare, but the point is the ACA marketplace plans, which is for individuals and families. They're under 65. They don't have Medicare. They probably don't have veterans coverage, but it is possible. Their challenge is the subsidies, the money that was allocated to pay these premiums, that is being constrained because the whole program was predicated, if you remember in 2009 when it passed, this would save money. It helped so many people get on it, reduce premiums. Of course, nothing was farther from the truth. I think premium increases have been more than 50%. I've seen some people that are literally, they used to pay, say, $600 back then a month, which was a lot. And they're being charged $1,200 this month per month for a medical plan. One person, not a family. I remember going back more like 30 years ago. It might be $400 to $600, and you had your whole husband, wife, and the kids, and it includes pregnancy coverage, and it was a full plan. And this was pretty common. Still, it was expensive in that day. It was $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 of a person's income back then. But now it is so over the top. People are pretty desperate and kind of lost. Like it's like drinking out of a fire hose. It just is. It hurts, and you just can't get in there enough on it to get something out of it. So back to where that's headed. This is what I can see. That program, which is state by state. So each state. So like, for example, I know one company who's out of California. They pulled out of Wisconsin and Michigan. They just pulled out. I know of another company that is huge. They're one of the biggest companies. They pulled out of the entire nation. So ACA, the Obamacare plan, was now a losing proposition. They made so much money in the early days. They went along, they got along, and they went along, and they made billions of dollars. And why'd they make billions of dollars? Because they set up a structure of coverage, and many people would not draw on that coverage. Say everybody had this mental health element coverage, and I'll just say only 5-10% of the people would have said, yeah, I really need that coverage. Okay. And so the point is, they collected all those subsidies, that payment by the government of the premium, and they did not have people that drew down on those benefits. So a lot of people paid for extra things in their program that they would never use, and the insurance companies benefited. And this was, again, in cahoots, the government developers, the plan developers of that, and the insurance companies. Yes, they are the ones who were the beneficiaries of that literally system that now is collapsing. So it wasn't a political party. I mean, you could point to the political party maybe that originated the plan, but I'm not here for politics. But as actually who got the money in their pocket, it was the insurance companies. And they, of course, now are pushing on politicians to be vocal about this. This doesn't serve you. This doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve any of us. So that hopefully will clear. And so I expect the smoke to clear with the one simple solution. And I don't know how this will pan out fully, but that there would be competition nationally. So instead of being state by state by state for ACA, different carriers in different states, you know how like auto insurance is, homeowners insurance, there'll be a company that pulls out of California, pulls out of Florida, okay? It'd just be nationwide. If you're in the game, you're nationwide, and therefore you're competing, and everybody's on that same playing field. And hopefully that will help the average person. That is the goal of my discussion with you here, just that it would be a little more illuminated, and that this would come to pass, that some civility and normalcy would be brought to these pricing. They are just out of this world, skyrocketing, and that's not helping things in America. Thank you for taking time out today. And we know the juicer had impacted America and the world, $1 billion brand. And the Elaine and Jack, of course, pioneered that, as did Keith Merchandani, the media wizard behind everything. Hope you got a bit of an insight into the insurance industry. It's not so fun. It is so precarious in many ways, but there are some stable parts in it. And if we can help you in that, just reach out, and there'll be an assessment to see what you'd like to talk about, and we can appropriately assist you with things regarding medical care and coverage. Also, we do have many things that will help and bless you at CoachLaLanne.com, anywhere from private one-on-one scenarios, and we deal with the coaches that are in the National Hall of Fame. For you that's one-on-one, you can be part of group coaching. You can get these healthy apps we have. And then, of course, we have free resources for you. And nothing, of course, surpasses the episodes of Jack LaLanne. And we pair those with the transcript and also daily worksheets to help you apply it. All right. Well, you have a blessed day.